NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. And about 210 yards to the flagstick here on this par 3.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. That one is in the bunker. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. In the green side bunker, Frank. Little bit of a problem. Well, this is how you build a good round, Frank. You just keep hitting greens. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Now at the 8th, and Frank, this really is a clever hole.
That bunker down the left just a 3. Really, you just
a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Settling in now after that tough start. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. Getting set now for his 4th shot. Took the penalty after hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, this can get away from him here.
Dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally a nice little draw off the tee. But the hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left, and yet the green goes the other way.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
The second shot now to the par 4. That's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Somehow that managed to miss the bunker, Frank.
Yeah, that looked like it was sand for sure. Even par currently.
Right there, now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. This one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Second shot, Frank, now to the par 4-10.
Have to look, first of all, which quarter of the green that the flag is, because this 10th green really is 4 different quarters. As long as you're keeping that second shot in that little area, then 10 will certainly reward that second shot.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Looks like he just misread that. Shouldn't be a problem here. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. 2 bunkers down the right, they always catch the stray tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Early part of this second 9, a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 200 yards.
Second shot.
So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5 12th, hit shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing wrong with that.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Now at 2 tournament.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's second-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, site of one of the PGA Tour's premier stops, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Always attracting a great field, and through the years it has been the scene of just some championship play from one guy in particular.
Tiger Woods has won there an incredible 8 times.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Frank, 440-yard par 4 11. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not. Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left, 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole.
Frank, the second shot here at number 11, another good-looking shot, not unlike the third hole with water along the left. What's the right way to play this?
Obviously, you'd like to walk off 11 with 3, but 4 here never really hurts the scorecard. This is one hole you sort of play with an orange light feeling. A little right of the flag, that's absolutely fine.
That's well played, and now a good look at birdie. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Wow, I thought he made that. So the short miss, and those are painful. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That is a solid par putt right there. Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
The one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green.
Frank, it may be obvious you'd rather have a ball sitting up perfectly in these fairways as opposed to the deep rough off to the left and right. But how is a player able to take advantage when he has that good lie?
Well, anything better than that would be sitting on a tee. That is a perfect lie. It almost guarantees good contact.
Third, staring right at the green. That is a beauty, 80. Putt here.
Yeah, this game, when you can't win, it's all about top 10s, top 20s. And currently, that's exactly where they stand.
Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300 yards runs out of the fairway, but really, what does that give you in?
Right in the fairway, and Frank
sitting up beautifully. You can get it in goal, and it can shot so much easier now. Arnold Palmer's legacy to golf is in so many different areas. We see it just in the way people react to the game, but really when we go to Bay Hill, it's the one golf course that you'll see you've been out there, his clubs are always on the back of a cart. He's ready to go to the range. It's almost in every little blade of grass out there because Arnold plays there whenever he can. The king, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Palmer. He lives and breathes at Bay Hill. And when the tournament comes around every March, it's a great reminder to just Mr. Palmer, but also the golf course and all those little obstacles that he put in your way, water normally, and all the great events. And it's fun. It's a golf course, too, that anybody can play.
When I think of Arnold Palmer, I think the young professionals could learn just a few things from one of the all-time greats. First of all, reach out to the galleries, sign autographs.
Look him in the eye,
make eye contact as he always did. Number two, own your golf swing. Whatever it is, believe in it. May be a little different. It may not be by the book, but own it and be comfortable with it. And then I think number three, go for it. That's what Arnie always did. Go for it at the risk of failure, because you'll never be great if you just lay back all the time. Arnie always went for it.
One little lesson, too, you reminded me there. The one common denominator with just about every great player is a good grip. Arnold Palmer learned that for his dad. So if you're picking up a golf club for the first time or playing it for the 100th time, remember, good grip will take you a long way.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. This one's far left, it looks like.
It was fine there but if it keeps going.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
This is a good-looking shot. No doubt they'll be happy with that. Focus at this point. Just playing excellent golf. 5 under for the tournament. Well, after that beast of a par 5, Frank, it is time to finesse one up on the green here at the par 3/7, just under 200 yards.
There's a big mound in the middle of this green. Flags above it, well, then you've got to be really precise. If it's short of it, you can use that mound as a backstop. In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. He just missed the bunker. We haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Getting ready to tee off now at the 8th, and Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, even though it's a pretty hole, Rich, it's a fairway you must hit, because that second shot here is one of the toughest on the golf course.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. His next shot from a good position in the fairway. It has been a ball-striking clinic today, hitting one green after the next, 19 feet away. Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wish.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. In for par. Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally a nice little draw off the tee. The hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left and yet the green goes the other way.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Starts. Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Oh, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Continues to roll the ball very well. Just a full day here in Orlando, Florida. We're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge getting set for the back nine. Frank, how do you get off to a good start?
One of the few dogleg rights. This is a hole that you don't want to overthink on it. If you can carry that bunker on the right, just go for it.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Second shot, Frank, now to the par 410.
Have to look, first of all, which quarter of the green that the flag is, because this 10th green really is 4 different quarters. As long as you're keeping that second shot in that little area, then 10 will certainly reward that second shot. Should be safely on deck.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Settles in over the putt. Well, after that birdie, has to be feeling as though they're not out of it just yet.
You're not far away from the first page of the leaderboard. A couple more birdies.
3 rounds in the books. Outside the top 10 going to the final 18. Frank, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think you're going to have to approach the final round in a couple of different phases. Try and be aggressive early on. If you do get a few birdies in the bank, you really still can fancy yourself with a chance to win. It'll all depend on that start tomorrow.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the National. Hole, Frank, 203. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. We're here at the 15th down and a big dogleg right on this one. Frank, what's the best route to take to shoot the low number?
You've got to look at that run out down the left side, which is about 320 yards. If you can stay shooting, that gives you a perfect shot into this green.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Frank, what are you looking at approach shot here at 15?
Anytime the flag's on the front, Rich, it's basically green light special. When the flag starts to get pushed towards that back area of that green, it starts to get narrower and narrower and narrower. And that's where you've got to be a little careful.
Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with that, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there. Takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front. That second shot, which comes over the lake. It is a finish whole stretch at Bay Hill. Well, just needs to refocus right here. Out of bounds on that last shot, needs to keep this one in play. Now this will be after going. From the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was for that.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Clean this up with a tap. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Frank, how'd you like to be a rookie? You're going up against, at the time, the greatest player, the great white shark, Greg Norman, and you hole a 7-iron to win a tournament?
Well, all you had to do was look at the expression on Norman's face as that ball landed and went in.
What did he hit there?
7-iron.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is a green light. Has to go on the hazard.
Needs to get up. NASA, we have splashdown. So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot. So Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. It's not over yet. Hazard.
Maybe wet. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck? It's that sneaky distance.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
Just a couple of feet. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. The easiest way to put it. This case of anything that could go wrong, not just probably, it did.
That'll put a wrap on our final round coverage for all of us at EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time.